Welcome to Otaru, one of the most underrated and beautiful cruise ports in Japan. Today I'll take you along as we explore this beautiful town known for its historic canal, unique shopping streets, ski resorts and some seriously quirky attractions. Stay tuned to see what we got up to on our Trans-Pacific port stop in Otaru and some tips on how to make the best of your day or trip there. Whether you're travelling around Japan or sailing in on a Carnival, Princess or any Japan cruise, this stop is definitely one to enjoy. And I'll show you why. Welcome to Travel with Zan. Please hit the subscribe button below. It's free for you, but it means a lot to me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let's see what there is to see in Otaru. So we arrived to just absolutely stunning scenery, and the ship docks straight right into the port, so we were straight out and into the city centre. It was such a pretty little town, and there was this really cute railway and cool statues around. We really enjoyed exploring. One thing to note is things don't tend to open until like 9:30 or 10 o'clock. So we docked quite early in the morning and we got straight off. We wandered around, but none of the shops were open or anything. So I would actually recommend checking that out before you go and staying on the ship for a bit and then just leaving, having breakfast on the ship and leaving at like maybe 9 o'clock so that you can just wander around, have a look at the canal and stuff before the shops open. One of the things we were wanting to do was go up one of the mountains, like to go up to Mount Tenguyama or even go over to Sapporo to go to Mount Moiwa. My daughter said that there is a camera on the top of Mount Moiwa and that, it live streams, and so she'd be able to see us. So both of those were closed the day we were there, so do check that out and don't buy a bus ticket. The Mount Tenguyama stop where you can take the cable car up the mountain without reading where it says on it that it's closed. Yes, I will admit that that's something we did. So yeah, I really wanted to do that, but we couldn't do that day. But that was fine. We wandered around the shopping streets. We checked out, what was available in the shops. I had a ham and egg sandwich for breakfast. This was all just while we were wandering around waiting for everything to open up. So as I say, I would actually recommend probably going a little bit later. There is this famous cheesecake there, the Litau cheesecake, and we had some there, and that was absolutely beautiful. Highly recommend that. And the canal is really just one of the top attractions. You can get a boat on the canal. I had wanted to do that. I didn't actually see where these were going from and decided not to do it in the end, but that's something to look out for. I just really liked walking around here. I just found that, the buildings quite quaint and old. There was, interesting food, giant crabs. Everywhere giant crabs in Japan. And yeah, it was just nice to walk around, have a look in the shops. Glass is one of the things that they're famous for here, so there is lots of beautiful glass stuff, and there is just some quirky things like there's the Snoopy village, that was kind of cool, and they even had Snoopy ice cream in there. One thing in Japan that they're quite famous for is the fake food. I know there's a street in Tokyo where you can go and see where they sell all these fake foods that they put in the windows of restaurants and stuff. I don't think you probably need to go to that street. We'd seen so many by the time we got to Tokyo. But yeah, everywhere's got, these fake food displays. So that was quite interesting. And it was cold when we were in Otaru, and there was still snow where they'd moved it to the sides, banked up around the place. I imagine the ski season was finished. It wasn't that cold, but there was still snow around. So if you've not seen snow, as a couple of the crew members hadn't, that was kind of cool for them. One of the coolest things in Otaru is the steam clock. So there's only a few of these still operating in the world. We actually saw two on this trip, which is quite funny. So we saw the one here in Otaru and also one in Vancouver. So that is one of the major tourist attractions. And one of the other big things that it's famous for is the music box museum, as they call it. There is a museum part of it. It's actually a shop selling music boxes. There's a couple of these. So one's up near the gas clock, and it's still very interesting to go in and have a look at. And if you want to buy a music box, you can buy a music box there. So it's sort of something quite quirky and different. So some of the old music boxes really were quite interesting, so it is worth going upstairs in particular and having a look around up there at some of the old stuff as well. So we just found a little restaurant in the Sun Mall for lunch. I just had noodles and beef, and we also had like a pork katsu dish, so they were really nice. And whilst it goes absolutely nowhere, so the train line to nowhere. I really enjoyed it. As you see, I've put it up a couple of times in the video. It was just fun and quirky, kept sort of stumbling across it. And if you walk along the train line to nowhere, you can actually see, you know, some of where the locals live and the sort of untrodden, non-touristy parts of the town. As you can see, the ship docks literally right in the town, and it really is just a beautiful port. So recommend hanging out on deck and checking out the mountains. So that's where people go skiing. I hope you enjoyed my video on Otaru, and if you're in that part of Japan, it's up the north, then you might consider stopping by and having a look at it as well. It really was a lovely little town. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow. It costs you nothing to hit the subscribe button, but it means a lot to me. So that would be great. And until next time, see you soon. Bye.